Hey guys, it's Hellspawn here. I am back in my single player test world, and I figured I'd bring you guys another Minecraft tutorial. Now, I have here an automatic tree farm. Well, it's semi-automatic. It will push all of the wood into a central area where you could collect it easily if you have like a fortune axe, or I mean an efficiency like 4 or 5x. And pretty much it'll push you can just stand here with your bone meal and your thing, plant down saplings, and just keep spamming it until you harvest. Now, I'm going to show you how to build this, and this is similar in design to CodeCrafted, to his tree. Oh, I just noticed I messed up one, but it's fine. So basically, I will show you how to build this. This is a similar design to CodeCrafted's. I made a bit of modification to it. It will be 1.5 ready, or at least it should be 1.5 ready for when they change redstone. The old version relied on bud switches and activating bud, so all these were bought off. So, yeah, so this version will not rely solely on bud switches, but will in fact work as function. And I might have messed it up there, but I don't really care. It's on a single player test world. Basically, I had all the materials. Oh, my chair's broken. And my computer chair broke on me, so I have to lean it against the window, and I can't, or lean against the wall, and I can't move it side to side, or else I'll fall off. I had my list written down. I do not know where it went. 1 second. I had the list written down of all of the materials you are going to need, and I seem to have lost it, so I will count it up, and I will put the materials in the description. And I will probably throw it in an annotation on the screen right about now. So if I remember, I'll do an annotation here. So that'll be all the materials you need on the screen. And I'll probably take it off right about now. So we want to get to building. So the first thing you want to do is you want to place down 2 blocks. Then you want to place down a block of dirt. I just picked grass because it's easier. Then another block. Here you want to do a switch or a lever on. You want to do a redstone here, and this is so that whenever a block pops up here, your power goes through. And the first thing you want to do is you want to put this down 1, 2, 3. Then you want to dig a hole, 1, 2, 3. Put this in here. Then from here you want to go right 1, and then over this way 3. That should be it right there. And right here, what you want to do is you want to throw a repeater, and you want to throw that on 2. And this is important. If you do not put this on 2, your farm will not work. So let me make sure I counted it out right, because it has to be exactly, specifically lined up in such a way, otherwise your farm will not function. Oh, it's 2 that way. See, I did the same problem last time. If it is too short or too long, it will not work, and you will have a poorly functioned farm. So right here you want to throw a redstone dust, and pretty much you're going to have, make sure I put it right, because I did mess this up the first time I made it, and yes, so basically in line of where you're at here, you want to have an empty space. So you want to have the space of air. Then you're going to have a piston right here. So we have 1 piston here, and then we're going to have a piston right behind it. So there. That's going to be a sticky piston. And then get rid of these blocks. So this has to be a sticky piston because it's going to push the blocks and pull them. So the next step to do is to put another sticky piston here, a sticky piston here, sticky piston here, regular piston here. And that should be 2 or 3 wide. I'm making sure that my template is correct, and yes, it is indeed 2 wide. And so far, this farm pretty much only works with oak trees. And if you try to work with anything else, it's not going to work. So what we're going to do is I need half slabs. And I am doing it in brick half slabs because why not? So it's going to be like this. What you're going to do is you are going to have half slabs like this. So you bring this back 1 and go up like this and do a path of 4. And then on this side here, we are going to bring this up 1. Now let me just check my template over here so I make sure I am doing it exactly the same. Because like I said, I did indeed modify this version. Oh, why is that there? I modified this version so that it would work with the newest patch. And I still have to tweak this a bit. This has to go here. This has to go there. And this has to go inside. Okay, so let me make sure I am doing this right. The original design, I did one too long there. This is my custom design. I have only built this once, and that was a test over there, as you saw. So pretty much what we're going to do is put a half slab here, then throw a block up like this, upside down slab here, and here, and then break these. Our pistons are going to sit along this line. So pretty much there, there, and there. And right one behind we put a sticky piston with a block. Preferably the same type you used. So I need to actually move this thing back like this, back like this. And actually I do believe that I have to put an upside down slab here, here. I'll do another layer just so I know where I'm pointing at. And this is going to go like this, like this. I believe I'm doing this right. Wait, I need to do that. And then slab, slab, slab. No. Put a block. I'm doing this all wrong. Put a block here, slab there. And then a slab here. A slab here. And that means that there would be okay, hold on. I am sorry, guys. I did this once in the middle of the night. Okay, so yes, that's how I have it. I have it going up 1. So basically, every half slab is going to have like this. So I need to put a upside down slab there. Break this out. So bring the redstone up, over, 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 and then put it inside here. And every so often, for testing purposes, I do that. And this right here means that I think I did something wrong. Yes, I have indeed done something wrong here. Oh yeah, that's why. I'll fix that later on. I just gotta make sure the numbers are right. So from this block it goes 1 down, 2, 3, 4. Extends. What the? Stop that, computer. Oh, I'm getting sound issues there. So it goes 4 out. Make sure I'm going 4 out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, we're going 5 out. And that is the problem. So, I was 1 too far, guys. And that means that it's going to have a bad time. Because when I am 4 out, I know I was doing something wrong. Pretty failed tutorial here, you guys. But this shows you redstone isn't all fun and games. It is indeed a fey and fickle beast. It takes a while to actually learn how to build cool, awesome stuff like this. Alright, so this goes into here, that goes into here, and this goes here. No reason to break these out other than just to minimalize as much resources as you can. I want half solid block, and then like that, and then that, break that. So what this does, for those of you who don't really know much redstone but like using tutorials for the ability to build stuff, the half slabs let you go straight up even though there's technically a block here. This does not count to block the redstone. If I was to do another slab, then it counts as a solid block. And then it would break your redstone, and then your redstone stuff doesn't work. But because it is a half slab upside down, it does not count as redstone, at least in Minecraft terms. Alright, so with this side ready and going, we got our pyramid structure going here. We want to go to back to this side here, and for simplicity's sake, I will illustrate exactly what you need to do. What you need to do here is create another stepping stone stair. And when you put this down, and this down, now, when I update these, okay, why aren't you powering? Oh wait, does it, might need another block here. You got a block here. You should be activating. Why aren't you activating? Let me see. It's kind of a chore sometimes to get redstone to do exactly what you want. So yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It just goes like that. I think I'm not powering it properly. Or did I take off the tick delay? Gotta make sure the tick delay is still on there. If the tick delay, no, the tick delay is still on there. Hey, redstone hardly. Redstone is a. See what I mean about fickle? Oh, that's why. It would help if I was fixing those. So, the reason why this wasn't working is it's creating a circuit here. Technically, this is going up here. This is going up here. These blocks are not being powered, so I'll put a block here. Make sure your redstone lines are always leading straight. So now it should work. And now we can see this piston extended because it is being powered by this block. So this piston moves in, realizes, hey, I'm powered, and then powers up. Now, this is why we need a 2-tick piston here. Because the moment you remove power, you can't see it on my screen because pistons are very laggy for me, but pretty much this piston retracts. These pistons are still extended. So by the time this piston, this one, and this one eventually retract, then these ones retract, pulling the pistons back into each other. If you did a 1-tick delay, as I will just demonstrate here, whenever you go out and whenever you come back in, your pistons stay stuck floating. So that's why you gotta make sure you fix your ticks. 1 tick there. And Simple Fix reset this. Alright, so on this other side we will do the same thing. We will put down 1 redstone. Then we will put down a upside down slab, redstone dust, redstone dust. Now, I need to double check because this is another place I modified. So it's 1, 2, 3 over. And this, like I said, this all should be ready for 1.5 with the changes. It should be, it doesn't rely on bud switches anymore. And so it should all work for your Minecraft inventions. You shouldn't have to do any more tweaking to it. So it goes over one, straight down. It's a bit more redstone than CodeCrafted's farm. It's a bit more redstone because he uses a lot of the bud switches, but this doesn't rely on bud switches, so it won't break. So, as you can see here, we have an alternating pattern. So we start off with 2 on the bottom, then 2 here, 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 2 here, and 2 here. Those blocks are just to cut the redstone. So basically, we're going to want to follow that pattern. Because the way this pattern works is it powers all of the pistons. Oh, this needs to be sticky. So that's one sticky. And make sure... Nope, I'll put it too far back again. See? You gotta make sure, you gotta always check your measurements. It's like working with carpentry. Oh, too low. I need to do another one higher. And that would have been bad. I would have started pushing all my stuff around. So, basically, we're going to keep repeating this pattern. Well, it'll be going this way. And the difference between this and CodeCrafted is there's another layer of pistons here. And it pushes a bit more of the saplings away and crushes them. And I do not know if you could extend this up anymore. There is a version that works for jungle trees, but it's a lot bigger. And I do not have that version on hand. This is a version I created when I noticed that there were some minor flaws in the current redstone. Like the bud mechanics, I know Jeb said he was going to fix them. They were going to be working on redstone a lot for 1.5. And basically, they're going to break a lot of stuff. They're going to be supposedly adding a bud switch block in there, but it is unknown whether or not it will function the same way bud switches do now. So, 1 second, guys. To stay hydrated, I have an ample supply of a hydrogenating beverage next to me. So, we're going to repeat the same pattern of pistons 6 blocks up. So I'm going to count out 6. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, because there's 2. Alright, so this side we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then the top one is just a regular piston. And then repeat the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe I do not need another one here. And then here is the same pattern all the way up. And some people do this in layers, but I think showing you each individual layer, like one at a time, is a bit more confusing than regular just doing it. This top one is also sticky, so just fill in these bottom ones. And there's the pistons layout. Now we want to fill up these side ones with blocks, and also this side one with blocks. Oh yeah, and I do not need this top row here. And this one's to crush, these rows to crush extra leaves that pop up over. And so back here, we repeat the same pattern, alternating each side. And then the same pattern with the slabs. This gets much easier once you build it a couple of times. So I say go into creative and build it a couple of times before you try to build it on your server. Because if you're going to try to build it in a completely vanilla, like a server where you can't get creative, this is pretty difficult, and it would help to know exactly how to build it. So that way you don't have to keep going back and checking and double checking and triple checking like I had to do. I had to keep going back to the video and watching it over and over and over again to make sure I was doing it right. Because I did not actually build it before in creative. And building it in creative is a whole lot easier because of the instant breaking if you accidentally misplace a block, or the also if you think something could be tweaked a little bit, it's easier to test that and make sure it would work. And yeah, so it's just a plain out all easier to do this in creative. And yeah, just in case you want to do trees that are a tiny bit taller, I will throw this here, throw this here, and then throw these here, like this. But just regular pistons. That means you can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because that's how tall it's going to be. It's going to be 5 blocks with 2 blocks of leaves on top. And basically, you want to go from here over 1, 2, 3. And now it is right here, and it'll limit the tree growth. You do not want large and very large trees growing in here, because the sideways logs could get clumped up in here and start pushing your pistons back. Like this side would come out, push these, then it would push these pistons back, break your redstone, push your blocks around, and it's a big old mess. And so back here, we want to do the same pattern. And this one's where it gets a bit odd. And so the same. See, this one is a bit hard to place because you actually have to go back and sideways and sideways. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Like that, like this, like that. Like this. Actually, I don't think I need this one. So, you want to just run the redstone wire up again, making sure you get it in each of the holes. And these work because when you're pointing redstone at the piston, I'll just do a quick little demonstration for you. There are plenty of other redstone people out there, and I'm actually thinking of doing a redstone like laboratory series where I teach you guys how to use redstone and the finer nuances of it, like not just general like blah does this is what this does and this is how this works. So quick little mini tutorial. Your pistons will power these 2 blocks. It'll power the block it's pointing at and the block right underneath it. If I was pointing it at something else, like let's say a redstone lamp. No, that's not a redstone lamp. That's still bone meal. Then it would only power the block ahead of it. Now, if you're running redstone like this, it only powers those sets of blocks. So it's a bit weird right now, and they're gonna change it. So let's run a quick test. And we see that these guys aren't working. Now let's see why they aren't working. We see the reason they aren't working is because this is a half slab. It's not going down. So this block here, we must replace with a regular full-size block. And now, when we go back to this other side, all of this is extended except for these ones that broke when we did it. So let's reset, re-put down, and now we see that the only ones broken are these two, and that's because it's an error on my part when I forgot to put redstone dust here. And we notice that this guy isn't being powered, so we do this, we do this, no, we do this, and we do this, and then we do this. So we run power over, and up. That's it, up. There we go. Pushes it over. Why did redstone come off? And then we just need to fix this guy here. Do power there. So now we switch it off. Turn it back on. And those things still aren't extended. Why aren't they extended? Why is it not extended? Why isn't this guy extended either? Why isn't... Oh, that one's not extended because we don't have a wire on top of it. That's why that's not extended. There, so... I do not believe this one is actually being powered. No, it's being powered. Suppose we could do that. Okay, that works. We don't actually need a... That block has actually helped, but if we do that, then the full blocks come up. Crushes all the way to the top. And actually, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 8. The 8th block, where the 5 high trees go? 1, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that'd be 5 high trees. Shouldn't it be 6 high trees though? So shouldn't this be up 1 more to let 6 high trees grow? In which case, this would also need to be a sticky piston, I believe. Don't quote me on this. And then, what else do I need to do? I think that's it for that. So let's give it a quick test whirl, and well, we will test it out by... I need to put a half slab there. No, half slab. Half, blam. Now you need to hit a half slab there because otherwise this sticky piston would push the block in here, leave the circuit permanently on. So, do a quick test, get myself some bone meal, which I don't need to go 64, and get myself a sapling, which is in decorations. So, if I do that, and yeah, see, a big tree grew. We don't want that. So, what? We'll put this one down then. We don't want big trees growing because the rogue logs will crush our tree, or will break our piston setup here. So basically what just happens, here is the tree immediately grows. All of the pistons fire off. All of these pistons fire off at once, and that's going to happen sometimes. The only way to prevent that happening is to layer of dirt here. And do one on this side. Layer of stone. Basically, the tree grows, And this smart detector here senses that the block is there, completes the circuit, powers all of the stuff we have just been building, pushes the trees out, and crushes the saplings, which they leaves a couple rogue saplings here, or a couple rogue leaves here and there, and it keeps it a nice 3-wide block of leaves. And the cool part is you actually get enough sapling return, and you get a lot of apples, to where you don't have to worry about it. You should always get enough sapling. You should always get enough sapling back to continue. And so, the way we flesh this out is, on this side we do half slabs. You leave this one empty. This one has to stay empty. But what you can put here is a full block, and then half blocks again here, half. And then you can put full blocks under here. I suppose you can do a full block here. And these, there's extra leaves that'll pop up on either side, and they don't harm your machine at all. And I think actually filling it in so that leaves can't spawn seems to hinder the amount of leaves you actually get back. And so what I like to do is I like to have an area for you to stand right here. Right here. Because if you're standing here, a piston will push out and it could hurt you. So basically, this system is pretty efficient, and actually we can get rid of that. It's pretty efficient, and oh no, not my piston. And it'll be completely ready for 1.5 when they change redstone. And you don't have to worry about doing. But the way this works is it'll only go out 12 blocks from here, 12 blocks from this block here, before it reaches, actually 11 blocks from this block. It's 12 blocks from this block before it reaches max range. So to fix that, we do this. And I need a redstone. We create another smart piston system. So basically, you want to do this. If I can get it, come on, put it down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to handle the largest tree that will come out of here. And then it is a very much the similar system to what we have been doing. And I got rid of my half slabs, of course, because I am an idiot. So basically, this operates the exact same way. Do this here, this here, this here, this here, and this here. No. This here. And this block here is to prevent the redstone from linking up together. So basically, you ladder it up the exact same way. And once your tree gets here, how about if I complete the circuit? It finishes, pushes all the blocks out. So let's imagine that your tree filled up. And there you go. The tree pulls out, pushes the pistons push, and it goes out. And I'm not going to do a tutorial for it. I mean, if you guys want to see a tutorial for it, I will do it. Essentially, it is a wall 6 by 10 of pistons, and it will just fill up a 12 by 6 by 10 square of, well, not fully 6, because not all of them are going to be 6 tall, but basically a 12 by 5 by 10 square of logs. And it completely fills up within that area, and I have an intelligent lock for it. Sorry guys, I have an intelligent lock for it so that it would prevent you from filling up the machine, because if you filled up the machine, bad things happen. I'll show you one of those bad things. If I put something that cannot be pushed, like a chest, here we go. So if I put a chest here, well, this is an example. This chest would be that the machine is full. So basically it does this, and oh no. And it does this, oh no. The machine can't push anymore. Well, here, let me. Oh, and I broke the machine completely. Trying to illustrate a point, and I broke it completely. Oh yeah, and one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to put a redstone torch on this side of the block, because it will create a self-circuit and blow itself out. Yeah. So basically, you fill up. Oh no! These pistons can't push out anymore. But these pistons still will. And again. And again. And now it is pushing straight through the machine. One more. And one last one. So now, this thing is completely broken. This is completely broken, because now it reached its max limit and it can't push anymore. So, logs are going to get stuck here. These are going to keep going. The whole machine is gunked. It broke through all the redstone here. Big old mess. You have to go through and reset it, rebuild the redstone, and it's a big old hassle. And then you break all the stuff and it doesn't reset, it doesn't go back out. It's a big old hassle, and now you have to redo your redstone here. And it's better off just making sure the intelligent lock I have pretty much says, once the machine gets full, this grass block disappears. So you can no longer plant trees here. So it prevents you from planting trees and overfilling the machine and breaking all your redstone. So if you guys want to see that, just leave a comment in this description, and I will post a video tutorial about that. It'll be a separate tutorial. It's fairly simple. I'm already at 40 minutes, and so guys, pretty much that's my version of the tree farm. Should be ready for 1.5 and the redstone changes. Once 1.5 pre-release comes out at all, I'm going to test this machine to make sure it works. This does not rely on any redstone, any buggy redstone mechanics like bud switches or anything like that. So it should be fully ready for the next patch, and it should not actually break in the next patch. And what I'm actually going to be converting mine on the server to this version. So I hope this tutorial has helped you guys out. And I plan on doing more tutorials. And I plan on actually, building something original, hopefully, and actually showing you guys some original machinery. One of my original machineries is right here. And what this is this is going on my on my multiplayer server, and this is a vertical item conveyor. Pretty simple. It's probably a bit longer than it should take, but that's just for safety's sake, and it looks a bit complicated. And also, once again, if you guys want me to do a redstone series where I teach you guys how to run redstone, I will do that. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments, because I know people are still confused about redstone, and you guys, it's really hard to get involved in redstone. So, a little quick little bonus for you if you guys stay towards the end here. Let's say you have a farm underground and you want to get items up without having to go down there. I mean, you still have to go down there to replant, but at a push of a button you can get your food. So, let's say you got yourself a bunch of Cheyenne dye. It is not the bottom of the water, but I want it up here. It's kind of weird to go back down here. I haven't put the button up. You click this button, and now all of your items have came up, and now they are all sitting right there. -1. I don't know what's up with that. You get that odd one that gets stuck in the wall or something. It doesn't actually pop up. So far it's only been one out of like a stack. It's pretty weird. But yeah, that's one original machine, and that's fairly simple to do. I've been playing around. This is my last tutorial with the farms. And then, yeah, so pretty much that's it, guys. So, go ahead and leave a like if you found this tutorial helpful. Leave feedback on anything you think I could have done better, and anything you think I need to improve upon. And feedback would be greatly appreciated. And it would be cool to hear from you guys about anything you think I might like or you guys want to know. So pretty much just take care, guys. Have fun and keep Minecrafting. So peace out.